Hi all, this is Julie from CHEDDAR here. I'm pleased to introduce our hub, our national hub for communications, empowering distributed cloud computing and applications and research. CHEDDAR is happy to be part of the Federated Telecoms Hubs, and indeed even more happy to be part of Joiner. So what CHEDDAR is interested in is how communication systems can support next generation computing and how cloud systems and AI can bolster communication systems as well. And what we've done is we've got a wonderful set of people from across the UK, great expertise both in telecommunications research, but also fresh new people who have never worked in telecoms before. And we've got them together and mixed them all up so that we can really bring new ideas to communications. So we are an ecosystem that has this unique, unified research focus. And our focus is on three pillars. Actually, you probably could see them here. 1 second, I'll move it out of the way. Our three pillars are emergent systems, sustainable systems, and human-centric systems. Now, if you look at emergent systems, that's all the new technologies that we're starting to see emerge into telecommunication systems. That includes things from, for example, the most obvious AI, how AI can support telecommunications systems and how we can support AI systems better. But also it's things like neuromorphic computing, how these sensors would hook up, for example, and indeed quantum, the whole world of quantum. So it's all very interesting. And how do we make practical use of all of that? Then we have sustainability. Sustainability can be anything from, looking at how we can make these systems consume less power, lower their carbon footprint. And one way to do that is, for example, in joint sensing and communications, there's an advantage in having the network as a sensor. That is that the network replaces a lot of the sensor systems we have out there in potential, obviously. And in doing so, all those materials can be saved as well. So there's a few added advantages of the next generation of communications that can help our world in that sense. So Pillar 3 is human-centric systems, and that's the sort of systems that people care about. That's things like, for example, security of these systems, privacy within those systems. And this is especially interesting in terms of when you're using joint sensing and communications. If the network now is a sensor, it potentially is sensing more than it would have normally. So we need to really look at those kinds of things. So we enjoy these kinds of things. Now, to test them properly and to test them in a way that they're useful to not only academia, it's beyond papers even, we want to be able to test them so that we can demonstrate that these do work in anger. And we want to work with industry to demonstrate that as well. And so the use of Joiner for us is that we have that ability. And the second marvelous use is that we can do it at scale. Scale means across the country. So I can do, for example, joint sensing and communications research, both in London and in Glasgow and in Belfast, and see how for example, the atmospheric conditions change the results. Isn't that just marvelous? Some of the other work that we're doing is making sure that these systems are safe. So that's also related to our human-centric systems. So that's where we take the tools that allow us to build better next generation communications. For example, next generation RAN systems and open RAN systems and so on. And we're looking at things like ACTAP generation using large language models. But we're also not just leaving it there. What we're looking at is how we can make sure that they are configured correctly. We make sure that the code itself doesn't inject behaviors that we're not wanting, to make sure it's again safe and secure. So these are the kinds of things we're doing at CHEDDAR. So as I said before, it is our pleasure to be part of the Federated Telecoms Hubs. We really enjoy the opportunity to take our work out and translate it for the betterment of the world, but also only after we have tested it in a really robust way. And the use of Joiner is exactly that for us. Thank you.